I know. It's hot outside. You know what I can do about that? Zero things. Thank God we have this thing called air conditioning. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome.
The skies have darkened in New York as Canada burns. California wildfires continue to burn out of control for months. And more recently, entire towns within Maui have been flattened by the worst wildfire in modern US history. Such headlines have taken over the news cycle as our generation becomes the first to experience the true consequences of man-made climate change. Fires raging in Maui have decimated over 2,000 acres of land and have claimed the lives of over 100 people, making this the deadliest US wildfire since 1918. And while officials have indicated that the fire was caused by damaged electrical lines, the intensity of the flames, the severity of the damage, and the speed of its spread can all be directly attributed to the rapidly changing climate of Hawaii. So today, let's discuss the beginning, middle, and the inevitable end of the Maui wildfires. As mentioned earlier, authorities looking into the disaster have indicated that the fire was likely caused by an electrical spark in Maui's sprawling energy infrastructure. And since approximately 85% of wildfires in the US are caused by humans or human-built infrastructure, while the other 15% being from natural activities such as lightning, volcanoes, or meteor impacts, it is statistically not out of the question that the Maui wildfires were indeed caused by an electrical power line. Regardless of what some politicians or influencers may say, the Maui wildfires, as well as other major fires in 2023, have absolutely been fueled by climate change. The fire triangle dictates the three major components of a flame: fuel, oxygen, and heat. Missing any piece of the triangle, the fire will die. Oxygen is largely a factor that humans have little control over, while heat and fuel are factors that human-driven climate change continues to influence. Vegetation, grass, trees, and other organic matter serve as fuel for wildfires, and these are all abundant elements within forests such as Maui. However, the wet, tropical climate of Hawaii keeps this vegetation unfit for ignition. Unnatural heating of the climate has changed the paradigm completely, as even tropical climates such as Hawaii are going through intense droughts and heat waves. Ultimately, the problem can be traced back to greenhouse emissions such as carbon and methane. Greenhouse emissions from human activity have doubled in just the last 50 years. And today, spring is coming sooner and fall is starting weeks later, while hotter, longer summers are fueling droughts across the planet. And the problem is that when air is heated, it is able to absorb significantly more moisture, which dries out vegetation, leaving it a tinderbox ready for ignition. Currently, efforts to fight and extinguish the Maui wildfires are targeting the heat and fuel legs of the fire triangle. Standard firefighting involves spraying water or fire retardant liquid onto the flames to reduce its heat. And in the case of wildfires, helicopters, airplane, and specialized fire engines are used to spray these liquids over massive areas. Removal of fuel is a method largely unique to wildfire fighting. Fire will continue to spread to unburnt, flammable vegetation infinitely, and therefore, firefighters will employ one of two methods. The first is to remove burnable vegetation from the path of the flames. This method will create almost a moat around the wildfire and stop the spread. The second method may seem contradictory, but lighting an intentional fire in the path of the incoming flame will cause the fires to burn each other out as the fuel is consumed. A combination of these methods is currently being used to fight the flames in Maui, but the strong winds from tropical storms in the Pacific Ocean, as well as the continuing droughts across the Hawaiian Islands, is making containment difficult. Ultimately, the flames will burn out, and from the ashes, new ecosystems will begin, while the people of Hawaii who are standing strong in the face of this natural disaster will rebuild their lives for a better tomorrow.